What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Shiny Shuriken stream. We are live. Happy Monday. I got a quick little stream today. I am not going to be playing too much Pokemon tonight, but I do got plans for the week and stuff. But I wanted to go live just to say hi to y'all since I haven't streamed since Thursday. And tell you guys how my Orlando trip went. So let's talk about it. So I did go to the Orlando regionals. Actually, I forgot to say hello. Izzy, Chin, Tapu, Furret. What's up, you guys? So I went to Orlando regionals. Why is that on, bro? That's annoying. I went to Orlando regionals and competed in my first ever VGC tournament. And actually, let me just show you my team here. We went 3-4. Let me see boxes. I'm really proud of how I played. So I'll tell you guys a little bit about the team. How it went. And yeah, it was cool. For your first. Yeah, that was my first ever, and I think I could have easily been, at round 7, I could have very easily been 5-2. Especially because there was round 4, I lost to a speed tie with a Flutter Mane. There was an opposing Flutter Mane that if I go first and I kill it, I win that match. Where was I able to meet Wolf? I was indeed able to meet Wolfie. I got a picture with him. Shout outs and congrats to him on the regional win. He crushed it. Dude he's the greatest VGC player we've ever seen. Obviously, one of the greatest Pokemon players ever as well. But yeah, it was very cool. Let me see here. So. Bishmeat's pick with Wolf looks like Wolf asked to take a pick with Bishmeat. Really? All right. So let me just share my screen here. And I'll show you this one first. So we had... Okay, so I wanted to bring this up and show you guys. So these are my rounds. It was very cool. It was a very cool tournament. Like I said, I had a match against Samuel Flores. Very cool guy. It was a cool match. His team was very interesting. I don't think it was in-depth VGC build. It had a Skeleturge on it. It had some weird picks. And I ended up winning 2-0 in that match. An interesting first matchup, I think, for me. I don't think I got obviously I didn't. He told me he was new to VGC just like myself. I didn't get a very seasoned player, so I kind of had a easier round 1. But very cool person. The table I got sat at was cool. All the guys were very cool. They kind of got a late start in the event because there were so many people. And it was fun to sit there and talk with people. We actually got into talking about shiny Pokemon, and we, of course, talked about my channel. And I said, I was like, well, I'm actually, kind of almost done with shiny hunting everything in Scarlet and Violet. The only thing I have left is to Masuda hunt the starters. Otherwise, I have everything I need from this game. And there was a random kid sitting at a table with us, and he was like, well, he's like, can I just sit here with you guys? He's like, I was gonna register, but I didn't even finish my team, and I couldn't sign up today, so he was just hanging out. And I was like, yeah, of course. So he sat down and he was super into shiny Pokemon. So it was funny that he ended up sitting next to me of all people. But I showed he said, he's like, well, can we see your shiny Pokemon? And I was like, sure. And I said, is there one you want? Because I have like 12 full boxes of shiny Pokemon. And that got the attention of the table. And they're like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah. So I showed everybody my Pokemon. I said they're like, somebody said like you have no life, and I was like, well, I mean I do this on my channel a lot too, but I also just love shiny hunting Pokemon. And they were like, what's your channel? And I said Shiny Shuriken, and one of the dudes out there was like, wait, he's like, I've heard of you. He's like, I think I've seen your stuff before, and I was like, hey, that's cool. So that was pretty sweet. But yeah, cool moment. We got into the battles. Like I said, I won 2-0 in my first round, and that was really, really cool. I achieved my goal of winning one game. You know, I went in, I'm going to win one game. That's it. And that's the goal. But I actually won 2-0 in my first match. Yo, what's up, Izzy? And then I went to my second match in Ainsley. Really cool dude. Super cool. Got just a really nice personality. He had a great team. I think he had a really bad day of RNG. He missed, I think he had a Draco Meteor miss against me. He had a Hydro Pump miss. And there was a turn where both of my moves crit. I got crits off of both of my Pokemon. So it was kind of crazy. I felt really bad. That was all in one game, though. I mean, game one, I won. I think RNG definitely was a factor on my win. But that is how it goes. Like I said, RNG kind of evened itself back out later on round 4. But so I got the win on Ainsley. I think so. I had a 2-1 win. I think I dropped game 2 against him, and yeah, it was kind of a crazy game. 1 second. I got like all my notes from all my matches here still. Yeah, the first game was the first game. I forgot to say there was like he had Annihilate, Bellibolt, Skeledirge, Tinkaton, Toxapex, and Hariyama. It was such a weird team. Like I didn't really know what he was going to do, because it was just so random, like the Mons. But yeah, we ended up. I won the first game 3-0, and I won the second game 2-0. So I was able to do pretty good there. I stopped the Annihilate pretty much dead in its tracks. It was, I believe it was probably one of the max HP Final Gambit users, and I smoked it with a Moonblast. Got it down to like maybe 5-10%. So that helped me out in game 1. I'm just looking for my game 2 notes, or match 2. Yeah. So in match 2 against Ainsley, he had Iron Bundle, Iron Hands. He had Dragapult and TB KO Terra Blast, KO'd Fluttermane. So one of the things that I did really well. Yo, what up, Barry? One of the things that I did really well on this is I did predict out leads quite a bit. I was actually able to predict out all the leads in my second match, and I did really well predicting leads on my third match as well. So I was doing super well. Like I said, we did get some luck on the first game. I won 2-1 on the first game. I dropped game 2. I lost 0-2, and then I 2-0'd the second game. I kind of took control. One of the prevalent themes on my team started emerging with the Murkrow Great Tusk combination. That Tailwind and Great Tusk's longevity were what was really helping me out. Like Great Tusk was able to take more hits than I think people thought, all while not having to sacrifice any damage. Like I was max attack adamant. So I was really I was taking hits pretty well. I was assault vested. I ended up last second kind of switching safety goggles off of Great Tusk and putting assault vest on. It allows me to live a Moonblast from Fluttermane. So one of the things that I noticed by the end of the day was that I kind of over prepped for Fluttermanes. Fluttermane was not a central issue to this VGC tournament. I prepped a lot to be able to like Ironhead a Flutter lead. I rarely ever saw it. Rarely. So my Great Tusk Murkrow wasn't even my lead most of the time. You know, it was combinations of like Bundle Abomasnow, Bundle Flutter, Bundle Tusk. I mean, it was a lot. So we won match 2. Match 3 was another interesting one. We played Ezekiel. Ezekiel was a very good player. It was a tough match. They had a Palafin Arcanine, Iron Hands. Let's see what else they have. Like they had a really good team, and I could tell they were a good player. And I think I played very, very well. Game 1 I won. We did get a win on game 1. I think it was surprising that Murkrow lived a Moonblast from Fluttermane. We left our Murkrow on 47 from full, and it was kind of crazy. They ran the Arcanine. You know, I had built my Great Tusk to play around being -1. I think what I caught him off guard with was that I kind of kept using the Great Tusk, even though I was -1. I was still putting off huge damage. The difference is that the Arcanine -1 on my Great Tusks changes things from me OHKOing things to me two-shotting everything. And he didn't have a wide guard user, so I was kind of like free to just sit there and click Earthquakes. And as soon as I got that Tailwind up, I was kind of in a good spot. It was interesting to play around Palafin. I actually ended up bringing a Abomasnow, and Abomasnow looked really good in game 1. Game 2, I adjusted, but not great. I actually left Abomasnow on the bench and kind of switched up, and I ended up dropping game 2, 1-2. I ended up FFing on that one. And then we brought it back. It was kind of crazy in my third game. He got 2 double protects. He got an Arcanine double protect and a Fluttermane double protect. And they were, I mean, I'll be honest, it was kind of unnecessary on the double protects. The Arcanine was necessary. It was crazy. That one actually kept him in the match, and I was like in complete control, and that double protect actually allowed him to stay in the match and give him a chance to win. But the Fluttermane was kind of a last turn sort of thing. It's like, you're not gonna win. Like, there's no way for you to win. So the double protect was really unnecessary. But we ended up winning game 3 2-0. And so after 3 matches, I was 3-0. And it was kind of crazy. We had lunch, and you know, we had like an hour and a half for lunch, and I don't know if I cooled off or what, but we came back, and if you can see, I was at table 3. So I was at the front table, 3rd spot, and it was very interesting. So I played Kevin, and Kevin was a great player, and I do really think that I could have picked up this win. I think I played game 2 extremely well. I won 1-0 in game 2. Game 1, like I said, so this is where it was interesting. Like, this game is definitely an RNG flip. We had a Fluttermane speed tie, and it came down to that. If the coin flip goes for me, I win that game and I win the match. He had a great team. I will say, here's the one thing, and it's not anything against Ezekiel or Kevin, but like, I will say that when I started getting to the higher tables, and I get people want to take this seriously, and people were friendly-ish, but people were like less friendly the higher I got up. Like, I felt like, especially when I told people that this was my first ever regional, or that I haven't played VGC since Gen 7, I could definitely tell people were upset if I took a game or if I beat them. And I could tell people were not really taking, like, they took me seriously in terms of gameplay, but I don't know. It just felt different. The higher your table, the less friendly the groupings were. And, like, it was funny, the first table I sat at, like, everybody was so friendly. We were all talking. We were all, like, asking each other questions. And then the higher the tables, the less talking everybody did. So I didn't really love that. But I definitely feel like I could have picked up the round 4 win. there are definitely things that I took away from my team that I was underprepared for, that I overprepared for. Yo, what up, BB? Yo, what's up? So it was very interesting. But like I said, I ended up dropping that first game due to a speed tie. I won the second game, and then I adjusted terribly third game. I actually lost 1-4. I just couldn't do anything fourth game. I mispredicted, what they were going to do. Yeah, it was tough. So Komala did pick up 1 kill in the match. This was actually the match that Komala did get a game win. Game 2, Komala did get the win off of Fluttermane. Komala was max special defense, max attack, and I think they were kind of surprised that Komala lived. It got hit with a big old moonblast, and it chunked it. I mean, it did very, very well. So, nice and hefty. But, yeah. And then, so, match 5. So, I lost match 4, and I felt pretty good about it. Like, when it comes down to a speed tie loss, I felt pretty good about that. Like I said, I kind of feel like I picked up an RNG win over Ainsley. Kevin picked up the RNG win over me. Balances out. So I was feeling pretty good. It's all right. And then I got matched up against Chuppa. Chuppa is a phenomenal VGC player. I really haven't played somebody like him ever. No disrespect to anybody I've ever battled, but Chuppa was on a different level for me. Chuppa did end up getting 4th in the entire regionals. He top cut. He went all the way. He lost to Wolfie in the semifinals and got 4th. So he kind of crushed it. And he absolutely smoked me. 2-0. I'm pretty sure it was a 4-0 and then a 2-0. I couldn't do anything. There was a lead combination, and he saw it immediately. He's like, he led Talonflame Golden Go both times. And there was nothing I could do about Talonflame Golden Go. It was Scarf Golden Go with Gale Wings, Tailwind, Talonflame. I can't taunt to stop that. It'd be... my second game, I led Murkrow Tusk. And he ended up going Terra Fairy on the Golden Go and having Terra Blast. So he hit my Great Tusk with a Terra Blast. I was a fighting Terra, so, terrestrializing wouldn't have really done anything for me. So, I was able to live and get out of that combination a little bit, but I also misplayed too. I prioritized stopping the Talon. I think I was just so caught off guard by the Talonflame that I prioritized it, when in reality, if turn 1, I just hit an Iron Head on the Fairy Terra Golden Go, I would have been fine. And I did predict it, but then I still prioritized the Talonflame and stopping the Talonflame. The turn 1 play would have been to Iron Head the Golden Go and to taunt the Talonflame. Yes, they get the Tailwind, but the Talonflame can't burn me. It was carrying Will-O-Wisp. It had Brave Bird, and I don't remember the last move, but yeah, I just got smoked. And I didn't feel bad about that one at all. Chuppa he said he's been playing VGC and going to regionals and playing. He's been to Worlds. He's top cut at Worlds. He's been playing for over a decade. So I was like, hey, so I went to 3-2. I'll say at this point, it was a long day. When I went to play Chris, I wasn't in a great mood. I was kind of getting over this. I was like, oof. People played from, we were there at 8 a.m. and there were people that were there until 11 p.m. So, 13 to 14 hours of Pokemon, VGC, and all-day event competition is a lot. I mean, that's going to take it out of anybody. And I've seen plenty on Twitter of people talking about it, And I'm not going to knock the event organizers. I mean, I don't think that they really knew what to expect. But so when I went and played Chris, I just wasn't in a great mood. I did, let's see here. I think I either won game 1 or game 2. We did go 3 games. And I just wasn't playing well. There was a play, I remember I said, he had a Terra Dragon Golden Go, which was kind of funny. And so my Tusk was out, and I had Ice Spinner, and Ice Spinner kills. If I click the Ice Spinner kills, and I have another chance. I think I could have won the match if I make that play. but I still just clicked the EQ, and it just, I wasn't making the plays. I was making some of the reads, but I wasn't then following through on the play. I will say the biggest shout out that I had, I stayed in with Iron Bundle on an Armorage, right? And Armorage, the most common one was Grass Terra, and I think this was against either Ainsley or Ezekiel. I made the prediction of them terraing their grass, and I clicked Blizzard and one-shot the Armorage, and they were impressed. They're like, wow, good call, because they thought I would Hydro Pump. So I made a really big play, and it paid off, so it was pretty cool. But yeah, so I lost to Chris, and then I again, you know, that table again, not a great surrounding core group. Like, people just, I don't know. I mean, I know people are shy, and I know not everybody's trying to chat and network, and not everybody runs channels and this and that, but I don't know. It just felt so much different from the start of the tournament to that round 5-6 time. I mean, Chuppel was a really nice guy. We actually got system checked afterwards. So right after our battles finished, they came and took our Switches. They wanted to check our Pokemon, check our Nintendo Switches. Like, did you hack anything? Did you do anything? Of course, we both passed. You guys know I passed because I built my Pokemon live on stream with you. But yeah, it was very interesting. So we got that extra time to talk, and he was very nice. So great guy. Congrats to the 4th place. It's extremely respectable to watch people play like that, and it kind of changed my view set a little bit on things. But yeah. And Chris was a nice guy. Like I said, it's nothing against the people. It's just like there was differences. So then when I went and played Vincent, I was a little bit kind of over everything. I was 3-3. I was on a 3-match losing streak, but the table was better. Everybody at the table was in so much better moods, even though we had been losing. Like, everybody at the table was 3-3. So the cutoff is 4 losses. If you have 4 losses, you can't earn championship points towards world qualifications. So everybody was on that, like, kind of DQ line. And so we were all like, okay, if we win, we keep going. But if we lose, hey, we get to go. Like, we get to go eat. We get to go have a beer. We get to go hang out with our friends. So it's not that I wanted to lose, but I was kind of okay with it if it didn't happen. So I played Vincent, and it was a little RNG ridden. Let me see. Match 7. I don't think I even took any notes. I didn't take notes. I only have 6 matches. I think I lost 2-0. And I just, like, I missed 2-3 hydro pumps. I don't know. I did forget that in my match against Chris in round 6, I did miss a key hydro pump on Indeedee that would have netted me one of the game wins. When I played Chris, I had doubled into Indeedee. I knew it clicked Trick Room, so I actually foul played with Murkrow and hydro pumped with Bundle, knowing that the Armorage was going to protect and the Indeedee was going to click Trick. They both carried Trick Room, and I called it perfectly turn 1. And I hydro pumped, and the hydro pump would have killed with the foul play damage. And he even admitted, he's like, I think you get that game if you land that hydro pump. So that was tough in games in round 6. But round 7, I had a bunch of misses. Bundle went blind, missed some blizzards, missed some hydro pumps. He was like, bro, we're going out, we're gonna go eat, we're gonna get a drink. Like, Bundle was done. Bundle was like, it's been a long day, I put in the work. It was very funny. So we ended up losing round 7. I went 3-4. I talked to the guys. I was like, hey, we can't earn championship points. Everybody's like, well, you can stay and play for the experience. Like, I got enough experience. I don't want to be here till 11. I'm hungry. So I wanted to bounce. But it was fantastic, you guys. I'm not a VGC fan. I'm not a big fan. You know, I will say this. Like, the meta, I'm still going to carry the opinion that the meta is still a little dull. It's a lot of everybody running the same things. So I still love singles more. I think singles offers more strategic play. You can talk about the strategic possibilities from a statistical standpoint, but the thing is that those don't actually exist because people don't play differently. Everybody mostly plays the same. So it was very interesting, watching everybody, learning a lot. And now I want to tell you about what I did learn. So let's talk about it. So Flutter did great. Flutter did fantastic, okay? Flutter main put in work. I think one of the things I made a mistake on was the Terra typing. Dark was bad for Flutter counters. If I had opted for a Fairy Terra, I think that was the best Terra for this situation. Okay. So I think that was the best situation for Flutter main. That one hurt me. I wasn't ever able to... I ended up opting for Dark to avoid pranksters, but there was hardly any. I didn't see any Murkrows. I think I saw one Grimmsnarl. I think Bishmeat and Kiwi ended up going up against a couple of Grimmsnarls and seeing more Grimmsnarls, but I think other than that, one of the best moves I did was actually opted to drop Icy Wind for Dazzling Gleam. Getting that move on at last second, I made some adjustments night before, and I ended up putting Dazzling Gleam on over Icy Wind. Huge. It was awesome. Moonblast was great. Carrying the double stab was kind of questionable, but it actually ended up working out way more than Icy Wind I think would have. I think Icy Wind would have come in clutch, whatever. It would have been nice to have Icy Wind a few different times, but at the most, Dazzling Gleam did a great job. Great Tusk was probably my MVP. I put so much work into Great Tusk. I looked at so many possibilities of what happens to Great Tusk. And I'll say this, we dropped Rock Slide for Ice Spinner. We talked about the value of Earthquake over Headlong Rush. We talked about Brick Break versus Close Combat. And we talked about Iron Head. And I'll tell you this one. I wish I wouldn't have brought Iron Head, and I wish I would have had Rock Slide. Rock Slide would have been huge. So that's where I say, I over-prepared for Flutter main, and Rock Slide would have helped me so much more in this meta. Hitting things like Armorage, hitting things like... Because there were several occasions where I was kind of in a bad situation where I didn't want to EQ my own Pokemon, and that kind of changed the play that I was selecting. I think Terra fighting Brick Break still was a great play. I think it surprised a lot of people. I didn't run into a single Roaring Moon. Not one. It was kind of crazy. The Brick Break was, I could still kill a Roaring Moon. It was to go through Aurora Veils from Abomasnows. One of the things that I learned is that the Showdown ladder is nothing like the VGC ladder. If you are going to play actual VGC, if you're going to do something like a regional or play in actual competitions, Showdown is not it. I'm telling you right now. What I saw on Showdown the week leading up to regionals in Series 2, okay? I was playing Series 2 ladder. Nothing what I saw. Nothing. It gave me general ideas, but I think what would have been more valuable is actually building this the night. Well, I mean, I took a whole week to build this, but if I had one more week, testing this on the actual VGC ladder in the game, I think would have given me more experience. So that was really tough. I didn't know that because I saw tons of Flutter main leads on Showdown. Never saw a single one. I was probably one of the few people running Flutter main leads. But yeah. Murkrow was good. It did great. I mean, I think that the EV spread on it was really good. I think I did a really good job building it, making it able to take a bunch of hits. Foul play, worked out well. I didn't see any counter foul plays, so the fact that I had accidentally hypertrained the attack stat didn't hurt me. Taunt and Tailwind were clutch; those were huge. Haze, I clicked one time because a dude made the bulkiest Iron Hands. He had 0 attack investment, so he was really relying on Swords Dance. He didn't run Belly Drum, but he was relying on Swords Dance. So I was actually able to haze that away, make him useless again, and hey, I don't know, it did help me win that match, but or that game. But yeah, so it was very interesting. Murkrow did very, very well. I'm gonna skip Komala and come back to him. Bundle did phenomenal. Definitely a Pokemon that falls into the situation of not enough move slots. One haze means it did its job, absolutely. Bundle, I ran the Blizzard and Freeze Dry, which I think was great. You didn't see a lot of people running that double ice. I think I made a mistake on the Terra. I think Flying Terra Blast was good, but what it was for Annihilate. And I think that's an over prepare. I don't need that. What would have been better there is Protect, and a better Terra would have been something like Fire, or I don't know, something better. Maybe Fire. What was I getting hit with? No, not Fire. Fairy. Or Steel. I just think there could have been a better Terra for Bundle. Bundle did so much work. I don't know where I landed with my move accuracy. Missed some Hydro Pumps, missed some Blizzards, but I also landed some Hydro Pumps and I landed some Blizzards. So, you know, that's the game we play. At the end of the day, I was really proud of how I played. But the better move to replace Terra Blast would have been Protect. Having Protect would have been huge. I did drop the Assault Vest off of Bundle. And it was kind of, I think it was so last second, like I was seeing the opportunity of Assault Vest on Great Tusk and forgetting that by taking that off of Bundle, I actually should have gave the reason I didn't have any other moves was because of Assault Vest originally being on Bundle. I could take 2 to 3 Freeze Dries, but, you know, if I would have had Protect, it would have been pretty big. It would have given me the opportunity to Earthquake with Bundle on the field. And that's where I found myself multiple times, was I couldn't Earthquake because either Bundle or Abomasnow were on the field. Well, not Abomasnow. Well, it was just Bundle, because I had Protect on Flutter and I had Protect on Obama. So that's where I see, you know, my opportunities with Bundle. I think a better Terra, Protect, and I think I would have been in a better spot. I did use the Flying. I didn't run into any Annihilapes other than the first match, and it wasn't like a real Annihilape. And again, that's like over preparing for something when I don't really need to. So, Abomasnow did great. I took a Population Bomb from a Technician Mousehold, and the dude was shocked. He's like, "What? How did you build that?" Because I lived it on like 30%. Okay, I lived at like 30%. Took the Mousehold Population Bomb. And I actually Giga Drained back a Palafin. So it was kind of cool. He tanked it. I think that was game 1 of match 3. And I was able to kill his Palafin. And I think I had something else on the field that killed the mouse. I had Tusk on the field. And Tusk was able to Brick Break kill the Mousehold. So kind of crazy. Abomasnow, I think, did a great job. Is it the best bring? No. I think there was opportunity to bring something else. And this is where the team review comes into play. I think I had a great core of Bundle, Murkrow, Flutter, and Tusk. I think Murkrow could be replaced with a better option. But, I think Talonflame honestly is the better option, because access to Will-O-Wisp, the priority Tailwind still, and having that offensive, you know, pressure, I think would have been better. I didn't have an overt physical presence. And, you know, this is where it did hurt me. If I am going to do Connecticut. We're going to play in the Connecticut Regional in May. So I am going to do another VGC Regional this year. And then the thing is that I'm not going to bring any cheese. I'm actually going to try to play it. So Komala, while it was fun, the one and only, I got it in twice. It came in, it was able to kill a Flutter Mane. The other time was, you know, the whole purpose of this was to be a little bit of a Trick Room user. I room serviced. I didn't prepare it enough because I didn't even look that Torkoal, a neg speed, 0 speed Torkoal, you know, really still outsped. I got smoked by Interruption in round 7. So Komala wasn't even, I was able to get the Endure, but I didn't get the Flail. I was hopeful that it would happen, and me and my opponent were both surprised that I still got outsped, but I hadn't actually checked that. I did hear a lot about the Komala all day. A lot of people were surprised. They're like, what does Komala do? And I was like, well, I can't really tell you. So. But overall, I mean, I think a better Pokemon for Komala would have been huge. I think Armorage, or maybe even Ceruledge would have been a good play. If I wanted to still try to be a little niche and bring Ceruledge. Having access to somebody with Wide Guard, having access to somebody that can operate in Trick Room. Yeah, I mean, I think that just would have been better. But I know I've been kind of ignoring chat. Andre, you just got a little excessive there, bro. Like, I gave you a little timeout, man. And if you think that's an L, it's an L on you. So that's all you. Wolfie, I know I've heard a lot of people, giving crap about Wolf and the Paris trap. Guys, he won. You can't argue with results, okay? And I have been telling a lot of my friends, and I've been talking with my core group a lot about getting better this year, all of us. I want our group to represent and be, like, move to a new level with our competitive plays. And the thing is that I know it sucks, and the timer is a part of everything, and they did what the Pokemon Company did what they could to get rid of LAN. And so, like, if you're playing to win, then play to win. I don't always play to win. I play to win in a cool way. I want to try to use low tier stuff. I want to use interesting sets. I want to try and get weird stuff off. I'm like, I like people like oh my god, why can't I think of his name? I can hear his voice. Oh my god, that's terrible. But yeah. I like to do that. But if you want to win, then win. You can take timer wins. You can take Paris trap wins. Like, Wolf is the greatest Pokemon player of all time. Like, you can't argue that. He's the greatest Pokemon player competitively of all time. Nobody's better than Wolf. He's won, like, 10 regionals, multiple. He's a 2-time world champion. Like, you can't take it away from him. So, I don't. People hating on him for that. Like, I can argue that. I don't think you can, bro. I don't think you can, Andre. And really, you're just coming from a poor place with it. And that's fine, because I feel like I've been where you're at, and I think about some of the things I've said in the past, and it's like, you know what? I think I was wrong. All right, so this, let's see here. Best Terra types for everyone's Mon in Gen 9, not just new Mons. What have you done in the past few years? This gen VGC has improved. Singles is GOAT, but VGC is much more fun. I actually would disagree with that, Amogus. I actually would disagree with that. I would say I have not seen anything out of VGC that was more fun than if I had played in Gen 8. So I would actually disagree. Let's see. Never leave home without your Golden Go. And see, the tough part, yeah, Golden Go, I think actually you're good there. A Golden Go would have been good on my team. Would have been good to have access to. I don't know if necessarily I would have put him on the team, but I'm still going to abide by it. I'm never going to use a Pokemon that I haven't shiny hunted. If I can't shiny hunt it and I can't capture it with my OT, I'm not using it. Let's see. If you don't mind me asking a question, what was your favorite battle out of all of them? I would say round 3. I think it was the most legitimate battle, not RNG based, that I won off of prediction and skill. I think it was against a real team, a real competitor. Not that like Ainsley or Samuel weren't. Ainsley had RNG, and Ezekiel I know is a serious player. He ended up going 7-3 in the series, so he got his championship points. So I think that was my favorite match. I think my match with Chuppa, while I got smoked, was also really fun because it was just kind of respecting somebody who has that experience. So it was very, very interesting. Let me see here. Let me check something real quick. Oh, of course, you guys. Come on, YouTube. Let me tweet at Team YouTube one more time here. One sec, guys. Oh, come on, bro. I just clicked the X on my tweet. Please tell me it went to drafts, bro. I hate that. Wait, where even are my drafts in here? Oh, God. Wait, can I reclose the... Oh, yeah. Nope. Ugh. All right. I just wanted to tweet that. They put me to limited once again. And it's like, why? I'm not swearing. I'm not doing anything wrong. I've done the self-certifications. Like, there's just nothing else I can do. Okay. Yo, what up, Arts? Cut looking nice, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Where was I? Let me see here. Minecraft crash. Sometimes you play to win. Sometimes you just do it for the grab. I haven't seen an argument from Andre because I think they know they're wrong. Reggie from Nintendo. Let me see here. What I missed? Nothing much. Plus, one thing about Wolf and Paris Trap is that it's totally his playstyle too. It's not like it was a surprise to see he's won with it. So he actually talked about it in his interview. If anybody watched it, when he won, he got interviewed and he said, actually, the last time I used a Paris Trap team, I think he said, what did he say? 2015, and he actually beat Ashton. So Ashton and him played in the finals of a regional before, and he beat him with a Paris Trap team. So kind of funny. Let me see here. Annihilate and Rage Fist. I will mostly run a mouse hold and beat up Annihilate and Rage Fist. Interesting. Let's see here. So yeah, it was a very interesting tournament. I had a great time. I just wanted to hop on and give a reflection on things and talk about how it went. If you guys have any questions you want to ask about my VGC experience, hit me up. Like I said, I am going to be going to Connecticut in May. I'm going to New York to meet the boys that I haven't met yet. Of course, I met Bishmi and Kiwi multiple times now. But I'm going to meet the rest of the crew and hang out in New York. And then we're going to go to the Connecticut regionals. So hopefully a couple more guys can join and compete, because I think it is a really good time. I hope that they have it a little bit more figured out, because I know who you're not meeting. I hope they have it a little bit more figured out, because like I said, Saturday was tough. It was a long day. Trent, what's up? Will the Knoxville Regional be on YouTube? Yes, it will be. It'll be on YouTube and Twitch. They do live stream all the regionals. They don't start streaming though, like right away in the mornings. So I think they wait until I don't think they started streaming matches until round 4 or 5. I think it was post lunch. So it might have been 5. I do think that if I won round 4, there was actually a chance for me to go up on stage. Because actually at that point I would have been in the top. I think I would have been like top 20 at that point in the tournament, out of over 700 or 8. No, 8. There was 800. I think it was just under 700 actually. Just under 800. Good Lord, numbers. If I would have won that. Like I said, round 4 I lost to a speed tie. So tough, bro. It was tough. But very, very fun. You're going to meet Arts and his forehead. I'm going to go to New York just to get all y'all autographs. It will be my first one. So got any advice? My advice is to... it'll depend a little bit on what the meta's like at that time. But I think I did play well. And I think that one of the reasons I played well was I played my predictions. And when I didn't play well, it's because I wasn't playing my predictions. Like, there was a match where I predicted a Dragon Terra Golden Go. And I said, I shouldn't click Earthquake, but I'm going to click Earthquake. And because of that, I feel like I lost that match because of that. So, it was just tough. There's a ton of great players out there. Just watch the meta, play the meta, and honestly, my advice is to put in the work and actually watch VGC content, and then spend the time looking at damage calcs. The EV spread, like I said, the EV spread on my Great Tusk was extremely specific. You can see the spread here, 36 EVs into speed. I think it was 44 into special defense, max attack, and then the remaining into HP. It was very unique on the spread for Tusk for many situations, and Tusk did an amazing job. I wish I would have changed the moveset a little bit, and like I told you earlier, I over prepared for Flutter Mane, and that stuff's going to happen, but you just adjust and try to do your best. So I'm pretty happy with it. That is a real gauntlet. I'm tired after 5 best of 3 rounds, and that's at home. Exactly. I was 6 rounds in, and I was like, oh my god, dude, we still have 4 rounds, 12 games, bro, of VGC, and I'm not I don't love VGC. It was a lot. It was a lot. Barry's gonna turn your autographs into NFTs. My Raichu came in clutch with 4 HP from a Terra Facade and crit the Staraptor with Thunderbolt. Hey, nice. Very nice, Izzy. Yeah, it was interesting. It was a good time. I have a lot of video that I have to put together and edit, and I'm going to try to get that out this week. I did want to, like I said, I wanted to hop on tonight, give a little breakdown, rundown, thoughts. Yeah, but very, very happy with my first Pokemon event. It was super cool. I got to attend the largest Pokemon regional ever. Largest Pokemon event, actually. I think this outdoes Worlds. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I heard them wrong. But I think they said this was like the largest Pokemon event ever. So it was pretty cool. Tons of vendors. Very cool. We bought a bunch of Pokemon cards. Kiwi. Shout outs to Kiwi. He couldn't. Bishby and I were just over there pulling all the secret rares, pulling everything he wanted. And he was just sitting there like, well, I've got this Hisuian Samurott. So it was super fun. It was a great time with both Bishby and Kiwi. You know, we got to hang out. We got to go out. It was a great time just talking Pokemon for a weekend and being able to chill. So hope you guys enjoyed the VGC content. You know, I am interested to see that, you know, 71%, you know, I haven't had a huge view tonight, but, you know, with 71% saying yes, more VGC content, I think we will make it a little more common. I think there will be a time for me to try and make a run at a Worlds qualifier. And based off of this, I think I can definitely do it. I think I have the skill set to make those predictions and make the plays. I think predicting Terra's open team sheet, I will say, open team sheet made this mad easy. Knowing the moves, knowing the Terra types, knowing the items. Like, I will say, I think Kiwi ran into the most Garganacles, but I ran into one, and I just one-shot it with Hydro Pump. Like, I wasn't worried at all. Yo, what's up, Edgy Girl? Next time, I'll wear hats that say support singles and worlds. Bro, that's a good one. I like that. Kiwi got them insane pulls. He did get an alt art Reggie Drago, but I pulled 2 secret alt art Mewtwo's from Crown Zenith. I did trade him one, but yeah, it was kind of crazy. I pulled out of 1 Elite Trainer box, I pulled the secret rare Pikachu and the secret rare Mewtwo, so it was kind of funny. He was having a fun time. I enjoy opening Pokemon cards with Bishby and Kiwi in person because Bishby and I always go kind of crazy, and Kiwi's just like, what is happening? But yeah, so I have a ton of video to edit, and I'm gonna try to get on that this week. I mean, I've got tons of backlogged content that I have to get to, and I just keep procrastinating everything. But I wanted to hop on tonight. I got a couple of things that I still have to do tonight, and I told Ashley, I was like, I just want to go give an update on how Orlando went. You know, I think it was really cool that I got to go, you know, not only did I start 3-0, I mean, I know I ended 3-4, but like I said, 2 of those matches could easily have been the other way. A Hydro Pump miss and a speed tie. If those 2 flip the opposite, if I land the Hydro Pump and I win the speed tie, I'm 5-2, continuing to play for Top Cut. And in my first VGC tournament, I think that's just huge. Huge. So I'm excited to you know, continue to try it out, and I hope the meta develops a little better. I will say, I mean, it's just they're not interesting. I don't know how to say this nicely. I mean it in a nice way, but like the matches aren't as interesting as singles. And it's funny because doubles players they will just rag on you for being a singles player. And I know I rag on doubles players for being doubles players, but it's kind of funny. Like, they talk about, there was one point where somebody said, because I told people, I was like, well, I'm more of a singles player. And it was actually, I think it was actually at the start of round 4. And I said I'm a singles player, and they're like, well, you're doing pretty well for jumping over to doubles. And I've adapted this new saying, you guys, and you're going to hear me say it a ton of times. It's easy for singles players to adapt to VGC, but I don't think VGC players can adapt to singles. Because it's a lot easier for us to stay updated on the VGC meta, because I don't think it's that expansive. I don't think that there's like that much depth into VGC meta as there is. I'm not saying that there's no depth. I'm saying that it's not comparable to singles, because in singles you have a lot of different playstyles. You can have hyper offense, you can have stall, you can have balance, you can have weird cheese strategies, you can have tons of weird stuff, and it doesn't correlate or work in VGC. So, like, that's my thing. Any person that plays VGC has no skill to play any other competitive game. So I see Furret and Andre are just best friends today. So I've said that, but like I said, when I sat down at that table and I said that I was singles player, they're like, somebody said something about, oh, it's just nothing but a stall fest. And I was like, what? You're going to actually sit there and bash singles for stall when one of the highest usage rates goes to Garganackle, Amoonguss, Brute Bonnet? I mean, I was like, what? Bulky Iron Hands? Like, bro, it's nothing but protects and salt cures and recovers and regenerator swaps and spores. Like, what? I was like, just mad confused when they said that. I was like, you guys, come on. You've got to be a little bit introspective here and look at your own meta. Your meta is mad stally. Like, maybe it goes quicker because you have two Pokemon on the field that can swing at something. But, like, when you got people clicking double protects, I had somebody click a triple protect. He got the double protect and he went for the triple. It failed and I finally won, but like, bruh. Did I try to make anyone mad with the topic? No, I was super nice. I didn't want to be salty. I didn't want to be negative. I didn't want to be rude to anybody. I was very nice. I was super outgoing and friendly with everybody I sat down. I tried to sit down and talk to all of the 5 guys that were sitting around me. Like if they're, this opponent and this set of opponents and this set of opponents and my opponent across from me, I always said hi to everybody. I tried to engage with everybody and talk. I joined a couple of different Discord servers. I met guys. I followed people on Twitch and subbed to people on YouTube. I was trying to be nice to everybody and trying to just talk because honestly, I don't get that chance for that IRL like Pokemon camaraderie. So I don't have people around me in real life that like Pokemon, and if they do like Pokemon, it's like, oh well, I liked Pokemon, back when Pikachu came out. It's like, okay, so we're not gonna talk about EV spreads. I got it. Okay, so I don't get that chance. But no, I was definitely nice to everybody. I would have been in the building violating the whole VGC scene. I make a lot of bad singles teams that are good for content because you can win in so many different ways in singles than you can try almost anything. And the funny thing is, we talked about Wolfie, and I know Wolfie did a video one time where he talked about the statistical possibilities between singles and doubles, and he said like singles just doesn't compare to doubles. But the caveat that he forgets to put in is that you don't see that in doubles. Like, things aren't that different. Like, the move pools, the EV spreads, the team comps, like, the item usage, like, it's not that different. So, it's why you have Peakalytics, right? It's why you have usage stats. Because, and I want to bring it up. Hold on, let me bring it up a second here. Peakalytics. Not that. VGC 23. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 Pokemon at 20% or higher. Okay? 8 Pokemon at 20%. And then you've got, after that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 Pokemon at 10 to 20. Okay, so now you're at 19 total Pokemon. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 Pokemon from 5% to 10%. All right? So you're talking about 18, 26, 36. 36 total Pokemon. 36 total Pokemon that I have to prepare for. And then some cheese at the bottom. I mean, we're talking at the bottom, Glamora. Kudos to Wolfie. I'll tell you this one. Screamtail's statistics are 4% usage rate. Gothitelle, 4.2. Those are about to shoot up. Everybody's going to use that team. Let's see here. I saw one Palmot that has a 2% usage rate. I was the only Obama Snow I saw, 1.6% usage rate. I got Kiwi to use Lilligant, that has a 1.4 usage rate. Bishme used a Lichen Rock, that is a 1.2 usage rate. I mean, literally everybody, what I saw, you know, I'm surprised to see Fluttermane at 48% usage because I saw Iron Hands on like every team. Iron Hands was everywhere. So I don't think that when I hear those numbers and I hear the statistics, it's like, yeah, but you can narrow that down to like it's not that much. And Open Team Sheet makes it even easier. Open Team Sheet makes it even. I wish they wouldn't do that. I get why they do it. And I also get the event organization reason why they do it, but it takes away from the game. 100% takes away from the game. It changes 100% how you build, changes how you play, changes your predictions. Yeah, I think I should have. I personally would say I think I should have done better because I had Open Team Sheets. So, but it was still a great experience. I'm excited for my next one. But yeah, I've been on for about an hour. I see my dinner's done. I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for coming through. I got a couple of things to do tonight. Like I said, I'm gonna be working on that content this week, so you'll see some actual videos posted as opposed to just nonstop streams. And I've got to get back on track with MPA draft because I'm behind now by 2 battles plus the battle I have this week, so I have 3 battles I got to get done. But yeah, Ryu, hey yo, nice seeing you, Mac Boy. Have a lovely dinner. Thank you. Shout outs to everybody. Make sure you guys hit that like button before you go. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys next time. Later.